sailing. You know why?
You just a baby boy. You not the real McCoy. I've been running these streets.
You out there running the streets, running the streets.
You going crazy.
Crazy.
What about your baby?
What about your baby?
Why you riding with him?
Okay. Listen, I got a baby up the street and up the baby mama.
All right. Coming back once again. Hope everybody is doing well on this beautiful, blessed day. As you can see the title up there, Baby Boy. Baby Boy. I'm going to be talking about the movie Baby Boy in this video, and I want to give a great shout out to everybody. And I'm not doing this video to make nobody mad. And off top, let me say this first. I love the movie. I love the movie because the movie was so true, but yet at the same time, so sad. Because it shows a great deal on how we really act and things that we do, and it's just really out of ignorance. And that's why I say I don't have nothing against the movie. I love the movie. But I want to ask you in this video, how did that movie make you feel after you got through looking at it? Black women, black men also. And we all are different. And the reason I want to tie this in with Baby Boy, because I received the email, won't reveal the name, but she says that I'm in too deep and I won't leave him alone. Though he beats on me, I go to work with black eyes, and he cheats on me. He do all of these crazy things to me, but yet I still love him, and I can't let him go. I'm in too deep. Well, you ain't got to worry about letting him go, because one day you might not be in it for the long run, because your run going to get cut short. Because the next time he go upside your head, it might kill you. You might hit your head on something very hard and kill yourself. Now, a lot of us have seen this movie. In this movie, we had Tyrese Gibson, which is Jody in the movie. You had Taraji, which is Yvette. You had Melvin, which was Ving Rhames, and Omar Gooding, which was P. Snoop Dogg, which was Rodney. So many other characters in this movie. And hats off to them. And we can break this movie down real simple. Because Baby Boy didn't want to work. Baby Boy was living that life. He was doing whatever he wanted. He had his girl. He had his baby mama. And he was just living that life like a lot of us do. Don't care about nothing. And Yvette oftentimes got mad at Baby Boy in this movie. You cheating on me, Jody? Everything that he did, she pretty much knew about it. But yet and still, whether he cheated on her, she stayed right there. She knew that he was doing dirt. He knew that he was doing dirt. One point in time in the movie, he even told her that he was doing dirt, but she still stuck with him. And he had his homeboy, P, which was Omar Gooding. P, look at the situation P was in. Same thing. Wasn't working. Look at how his girl and mama take him in. Like he said, y'all bought me all the new clothes and all the games. I'm trying to be family. But P yet and still wouldn't go out and work. P would just sit around and go to do dirty house and sometimes pretend like he was going to get a job. And he had an attitude because he was mad at the world looked like. And P was rough. So you had Tyrese, and then you had P, and then here comes Tyrese's mama. And then you had Melvin. And Melvin got out, started doing good for himself. Melvin was the so-called thug that's supposed to have been changing his life around, which was Ving Rhames in the movie. And there came the part of time when Tyrese got frustrated because Tyrese was still at home with mama, just like a lot of us. And y'all just get mad at me in this movie. In this video. I don't care. Truth just have to be told. And mama had to have a life too, as she said. Mama got to have a life too. So mama wanted to move in Ving Rhames, which she did. So now mama shacking up. Now son watching mama shack up. So what is that doing to Tyrese again? Showing him it's okay. She even encouraged him to go get his own apartment, to go move out. You got a family, Jody. Be a man. And nobody talked about getting married. I hope somebody's catching what I'm saying in this video. We keep trying to do stuff all against the word of God. And you know what was going to happen after that. It was going to be a conflict between Melvin and Jody. And every time Melvin would be in the garden, Jody would leave the garden. Jody couldn't stand the fact of Melvin walking around the house butt naked, drinking up all the Kool-Aid and tearing his mom up with all the sex that she needed. He was giving her what she wanted and needed, look like. And to bring you to my point, some people ain't gonna try to do better. They get comfortable in the way that they are living, and they cool with it. They feel that they can't do better. And I'm here to tell you in this video, when you, especially in these abusive situations, it's a lot of people that have been dead behind this and are being killed even to this day behind a man or vice versa, a woman. So when I think about this movie, Baby Boy, and then you look at the mentality that P had, which was Omar Gooding, he had that killing mentality. And one time, Jody called himself checking Melvin while he was in the restroom shaving. And P was right there with him. Because Jody was still feeling like he was the man of the house. He had to lay down the rules. And Melvin said, yeah, I hear you. Huh. So you got to be careful when you think somebody ain't listening. See, that movie could have went a whole nother way also. But he said he had to remind him, even on the scene when Melvin had to knock old Jody out because Jody stepped to him and thought that he could whoop him in so many ways. And Melvin was trying to tell him, you know what your problem is, baby boy? He told him that in so many words, you want your mama to be your woman, but this here is my woman. He said, you need to grow up and be a man, Jody. And Jody referred to him back as, what, be a man like you, Melvin? And Melvin said, no, you can never be like me. But what you need to quit doing is blaming your mama for your problems. At the same time, Jody listening to a man that's pretty much shacking up and doing the same thing that he's doing. And he already received word from rolling up on one of Melvin's sons how Melvin used to beat his mama up. And Jody said, you gonna beat my mama, Melvin? So can you see the conflicts in this movie on and on and on, and Yvette with her homegirl. Look at her homegirl, got the same thing going on. Got the same no good man in the background telling her to get off the phone and tend to him. Seemed like nobody in this movie was trying to do nothing right. And then Tyrese, at the beginning of the movie, he can go to his baby mama at any time, sleep with her, and then run right back to Yvette. Like it was nothing wrong with it. And then all of a sudden you had Rodney come on the scene, who was Snoop Dogg, who got out of prison, coming back home to get what he thought was his. And once he was finding out that Yvette wasn't really his no more, he had a problem with Jody. And most of all, look at the mess in the story. Lil JoJo, the little son, right there seeing everything. To see everything. What's your other point you making in this video, JT? Well, the things that you do in front of your child has a very big impact on your child. Even look at the scene when Rodney, which was Snoop Dogg, was about to rape Yvette in front of JoJo, and JoJo screaming and yelling, get off of my mama. Now, what if he would have went on and just knocked JoJo out and raped Yvette? And after that, Yvette runs back to Jody. And then, most of all, I'm just trying to sum it up and make it short. I don't want this video to be up really over 10 minutes, but y'all just bear with me. Look at the long run. Rodney had a problem with Jody. And what does that cause? Confusion, anger, somebody gonna get killed. And one thing led to another, and he ran by. He got the car from Yvette again and went by. Jody thought that was Yvette pulling up, but it was Rodney pulling up. And Rodney got the shooting, but just thank the Lord, Jody didn't get hit. And he said, I thought I was dead. The bullets missed him. But what if the bullets would have hit him? He'd have been gone. See, people stay around in stupid situations, playing with their lives. So, sister, I'm here to tell you, the next time you might not be so lucky. While you talking about I'm in it for the long run, it might be a short run. Somebody else didn't get to say that. They already dead and gone. They gone. They in the grave. Too many of us are being killed behind this same old foolish stuff. That's why I say I love the movie. It was so much truth in the movie. That's why when you look at the movie, it's going to make you mad on a lot of scenes. And me and my sister, Alrock, we was talking about this the other night about that movie, Baby Boy. And she was telling me how she liked the movie, but then it's a whole lot of things that just make her mad in the movie, especially as a woman. Because Yvette could have did better. Yvette had a good job, but Yvette said, my Jody, my Jody. She was saying, my Jody is a mama's boy. He gonna stay with his mama. while she on the phone with her homegirl trying to give her advice. Homegirl life all jacked up. Look at P talking to Jody time to time. P life all jacked up. But one time in the movie, P snapped and he shot up Rodney and killed him. And here's the other thing I want to say, and I'm right at 10 minutes. Look at P, made a change in his life, but look what he did right before he changed his life. Now, let me go a little bit longer. I know I said under 10 minutes, but let me give you what Baby Boy Part 2 would have probably been. This is just my little thinking. Yvette and Jody probably would have got into it again. Probably would have had another baby. This is why we got all these babies out of wedlock. Baby mamas everywhere. They probably would have got into it again. Tyrese probably would have went upside her head again. Melvin probably would have wound up beating on his mama. She would have got into it with Melvin, and Tyrese would have wound up, which was Jody, would have wound up probably having to kill Melvin. Or Melvin probably would have had to kill him because he done beat his mama. After P got saved, some of Rodney's homeboys would have came back and blowed P away. See, this is what I see in the movie if it would have been a part 2. But they're not gonna make a part 2 of that. But I'm just saying, you don't have happy endings like that often. And the reason why I say it was a happy ending for P, because he was still living. Tyrese, he was still living. Yvette, they were still together. 9 times out of 10 in these type of situations, a lot of people don't come out still alive. Because when you go smoke somebody else's homeboy, 9 times out of 10, they're going to come back and get you. Just like they got Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood after him and Monster and old boy went in the 6-4 and they smoked them boys that shot Ricky. And the same ones, boy, people, you can't see how it goes. It just goes around and around and around and it never stops. That's why the Lord also say vengeance is mine. Not to get off in Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society and all those other movies, but you can see how these movies never have a happy ending. Well, when you fast forward in real life, a lot of people just don't have a happy ending. They don't. And Yvette homegirl probably would have wound up getting beat by her boyfriend. And ain't no telling she might would have got killed behind it. And then in the long run, Lil JoJo would have grew up and been the same way Jody was. He would have growed up dogging women just like Tyrese was doing, because he was right in the middle. And Yvette, to me, could have did something to get Rodney out of that house when he got into prison. But look what she was doing. She was with Jody, but while she was with Jody, she was still writing Rodney in prison. And calling and running up the phone bill. People, this is actually how we do. Like I said, I'm not here to bash on us, but just to tell you the truth and see, can you see yourself doing better if you are in these situations? Look at some of these movies and learn from them. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to train your child up in that same old mess, because it's destroying the child. That's why I say, yeah, P got saved, and Sister iRock made a very beautiful saying on the phone the other day when we was talking about, I was telling her about Charles Dutton, you know, the big time producer, and how he used to be in the gang, and how Omar Epps used to be in the gang, and how they made a change in their life. But I like what she said. She said, but even when folks change, she said, look at how much damage they have already done to the neighborhood. Look at how many people that already got killed. And I thought that was powerful. Yeah, you make that change, but the longer it takes you to make that change, the longer you are putting folks' life in danger. And yourself. So with that being said, this is just what I see in Baby Boy Part 2. You stick around long enough, you might get killed. Think about it. With that being said, God bless you and God keep you. This is my word for the day. My sermon for the day is coming out of Baby Boy. So I don't have the King James Bible open. I have the movie Baby Boy going in the background over here once again. I know it make you mad, and some people probably laughed at the movie. But what did you get out of that movie, and how did you see yourself if you are in that situation? God bless you, and God keep you. Peace.